Hey, it's Tim Burgess of the
Hey man,
Charlatans. Tim,
how's it
how are
going?
you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, doing good. Kind of like just the same as yesterday and the day before and the day before. But it's kind of we're all in the same boat.
I know, but it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, first off, you did get to play some shows in New York to
Yeah,
showcase the new album. I
yeah,
love the new Sky, which is out in a couple of weeks. You were supposed to go to Austin for South by,
yeah.
and boom, that's when it all starts.
Yes.
So there's something exciting going on in your world that isn't about you as much as it is about every cool record that has ever come out. And it's really blown up. Tim's Twitter listening party.com. I was looking
Yeah,
tonight as we speak. You have Trash Can Sinatra's I've Seen Everything at 8 p.m. What time is this? It's 8 p.m. your time?
8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, it's now 7:30 our time. Yeah. So.
So we have to finish this, and you're going straight into the Twitter listening party.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so tonight, not that people are going to hear this yet, but you're doing Trash Can Sinatra's I've Seen Everything, 9 p.m. Mansun, Attack of the Grey Lantern,
Yeah.
and your narcissistic self comes out at 10 with Tim Burgess, I believe, from 2003. But
Yeah.
man, this has turned out to be something really cool, right?
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it kind of like it's something that happened because of the lockdown, and I'd actually done my own records and Charlatans records on anniversaries and
Sure.
things like that, and people really enjoyed them. So I thought, well, what can I do? So I did Some Friendly by the Charlatans as the first one, and during that, Alex Kapranos mentioned that he'd like to do one, and from Franz Ferdinand,
Yep.
and Dave Rowntree from Blur wanted
Yeah.
to do one, and Bonehead from Oasis wanted to do one. So within the first 4 days, we had kind of a thing happening, and then after that, it's kind of diversified, and you know, three a night now instead of just one a night. And occasionally, and so far we've also had a festival as well, which was a really good one for Drift Sea Change Festival.
Sure.
Yeah, we've got other festivals coming up really soon, like big announcements coming up soon, and we've got Sparks doing one. We've got Duran are doing one.
Did I see the Cure and the Specials as well?
Yes.
But I mean,
So
look at the list. I mean, coming up just as soon as I mean, Sleaford Mods,
yeah,
Mansun, Low, British Sea Power, DMAs, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, The, Frightened Rabbit, White Lies, Idols, Ride, Jesus Jones, Embrace, Bombay Bicycle Club, The Hold Steady, and You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead, Kaiser Chiefs, Public Service Broadcasting, Lush, Orbital, and you mentioned Sparks on May 20th. So all of these artists are participating. Somebody from the band is
yeah,
participating.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. We've had people who, I mean, it's just something that I think people really want to get involved in. They see how it is affecting people, and it's keeping everybody kind of, having something to look forward to at night. And it's a really great thing where that some of their favorite artists or artists they don't know maybe so much about delve into their own work and sort of like tell you how it was done. It's a bit like an interview, but there's less pressure, I suppose.
Sure.
Not for Simon Le Bon to talk about Rio now, or there's less pressure for Sleaford Mods to talk about, their first album that nobody really heard when it came out. So, it's kind of like it's a good thing.
Why not bring Tim's Twitter listening parties to Zoom?
Well, see, that's it. I mean, there's always a case for mentioning other ways of doing it, but I like the kind of simplicity of the fact that you can't really see anybody.
Sure.
You're listening to it with headphones on and you're reading the tweets. You actually feel like you're included in this happening because you're reading the tweets and they're coming down so fast, and there's thousands of people connecting all over the world. You actually can feel them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, no.
I think seeing flashing up things. I love the idea that you can really feel people even though you can't see them.
Well, you're bringing it back to you know, listening to an album is an experience, and everybody's so single driven these
Yeah,
days. And to
yeah,
share that experience, especially with the artist getting some insight, well, you do listen to the album. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love an
yeah.
album.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you know, people have been like flipping the album over, you know, as it gets and starting side two. The most common thing that people have been saying is that they never get a chance to listen to an album in its entirety, which, you know, is, I understand that because, you know, this streaming and you know, singles and, you know, radio and all that. But you know, I think we have time now, and so enjoy it by listening to, you know, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Slow
it's
down a little
ridiculous.
bit and enjoy some music, and
Yeah,
you're the kingpin for all this. This is really cool. And you have a website, Tim's Twitter, listeningparty.com. I don't even think you have your own website, like timburgess.com. Like, that's the thing you're doing right now, huh?
yeah, Tim's Twitter, listeningparty.com. It's had 8 million views so far, and it's just been a couple of weeks old, and it's gone crazy, and it's fantastic, and we love it.
So proud of you. No, this is really
Thanks,
fun.
man.
I've been just, you know, following along and just like, wow, this is something really cool. And especially all the artists you're supporting, or so many bands I love. You're the second Zoom interview I've done. Yesterday, I had the privilege of talking to Jason Williamson of Sleaford
Oh,
Mods,
yeah,
which was super amazing.
yeah,
And we
yeah, yeah.
talked a little bit about, they've already done one, right? But they have some
They,
ones
they've
coming
done
up.
they've done a few because I gave them the 8 o'clock slot every Thursday, and they're going through all of their albums. So they just, you know, they're you know, I've known Jason for a long time, and I'm a big supporter. We're supporters of each other, and you know. He got on board very quickly and took to it very well. And you know, it just seems that we make the rules up as we go along. So he does every Thursday.
I love that band. It's so British, and I'm
Yeah,
here in Southern California, just going like, you know, I don't maybe understand all of it, but man, the
no,
production on it and his energy, and it
yeah.
just takes me back. And then it's more punk than anything going on out there right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, his
yeah,
message is
definitely.
ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it fits in all the kind of alternative genres in my head. You know what I mean? Whether it's punk or skater stuff, or you know, or hardcore. You know, it's just it's as hardcore as all of that.
Tim's Twitter, listeningparty.com. You got to check that out. Super fun. The new album is out. I Love the New Sky on May 22nd, Bella Union. I just watched the video. I've listened to and played Empathy for the Devil on the radio even a couple
Yeah,
times, and it's such a sweet, bouncy track. But
yeah.
I never thought I would feel bad for the devil. And I watched the video today, and the video is pretty ridiculous. But it's an amazing message in its own way. Tell us a little bit about the song and the video.
Yeah, well, the song is a bouncy thing, you know, and it's fun, and yeah, I mean, you know, the message is that, you know, we need to show more empathy, and you know, and even to Beelzebub.
Sure, sure. Which is I think we're seeing a lot more of all of that in humanity than
Yeah,
ever before. You know,
yeah,
unfortunately.
I agree, and it's kind of like it's, you know, quite a nice time for that song to be out. I think the devil, the origin of the devil is the theme from the video, and yes, it is ridiculous and fun and clever. And I met those guys who made the video, you know, quite a while ago, and I just always wanted to work with them, and they took it literally. They're French. It was a Belgian company. We went to Belgium to do it, and it was just a real, I don't know, like a French version of my song through their fantastic brain.
So you decided, why not release the album? I mean, a lot of artists decided maybe to pull back because of this, but you're doing like with the listening party, I mean, you're so relevant. It's so nice to see all the love that you're getting for this. I was really shocked to see even, I guess it's the UK edition, but Good Housekeeping was writing about you, and I Good
Oh wow.
Housekeeping's like a, like, you know, I don't know, like a housewife magazine or whatever. And I was like, that's really cool that this message is getting out there, and it's something really needed. So I thought that was kind of entertaining that you're included in Good Housekeeping. But that's because you're, what do they call it? Have you received the Godlike Genius Award yet?
No, no, I haven't. I've missed out on that one, but you know,
I don't know how many people have actually received that, but in my personal eyes, you know, you've done so much. The Charlatans, such an amazing epic band, part of the Manchester culture and scene,
yeah,
which I
yeah,
was
yeah.
such a fan of here in Southern California. Again, you know,
Wow, wow,
even having my own rave experience and having the privilege of seeing the Charlatans a couple times over the years. But
right.
it's amazing. You have to be really proud of yourself. I mean, the Charlatans are still producing music as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, we are. We haven't made anything for a couple of years now, and I really wanted to spend a year making this record. Um, in the past, I'd always done solo records in between Charlatans albums,
Sure.
and kind of like spent a couple of weeks on it. If I had a couple of weeks to make a record, and this one, I spent a good few months on it, and really really enjoyed the experience. So, but yeah, Charlatan's last record was 2017, so
There's
not that long
13 of
ago.
those, five
Yeah,
solo albums. You're a DJ. You're an author.
yeah.
Um, you have a connection to a San Diego artist by the name of Gary Wilson. You've put out some music by him?
Yes, I have. Recently, last year, actually, he made an album with R. Stevie Moore, um, and yeah, Burger Records put it out in America,
Sure.
um, and I put it out in UK and Europe. So,
Cool.
I mean, just an astonishing record. Fun and just cartoon and like psychedelic and kaleidoscopic, everything you'd imagine Gary Wilson record to be.
So I also host a local radio program on the big commercial radio station here in town, 91X.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
get to support a lot of local artists. And when
yeah.
we discovered Gary Wilson was working in a porn shop in San Diego, this is, you know, I forget how many years ago, but I've just really enjoyed supporting him and his weirdness over the
Yeah,
years, and had him
yeah.
on my show and played a bunch of fun tracks from that album that we were just talking
Oh, did
about
you? Yeah,
with our
please
Stevie
send
Moore.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank
And
you.
I want to thank Anders from Weirdo Music Forever, of
Yeah,
course, for helping us out and connecting us.
I
Um,
love that guy so much. He's such a great guy.
he really is. Have you spent time in San Diego before?
At Canes, is it Canes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spent time there. I've been a few times to watch bands because I used to live in Los Angeles
Yeah.
for 12 years, but I only went out at night, so and so I didn't really get to see as much as I should have, really,
Sure.
considering I was there for such a long time. But
Well, maybe at Canes you saw a sunset because that's right on the boardwalk at the beach.
gorgeous, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I love it there.
That's great you remember that venue. It's long gone and hasn't
Oh, I
been
do,
there.
right,
Yeah,
right.
no. But what bands did you come down here to see? Do you remember?
No, I can't quite remember. Probably the Horrors, I would have thought. Maybe the
Oh,
Horrors.
nice.
Yeah.
I love that band.
Yeah, they were playing with the Kills, I think, at that time. So
Well, I bet I was at that show. I'm surprised I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe you were there.
and I would imagine probably the Libertines as well.
Yeah. The Horrors are an amazing band. Have you had them
I think
on Tim's Twitter listening parties yet?
it's lined up. It's announced. I can't remember exactly the date. I'll have to. I'm nervous that I might lose you if I go into this machine.
Yeah,
But
no, please
they've
don't.
been announced now, so they should be on the list.
I know what a great band. You know, I fell in love with them with the first music I heard from them, which was very garage rock and intense
Yeah.
and this whole thing. And then they totally made a left turn and come out with this whole other thing that's just amazing. I've been fortunate to do a session with them here in
Oh,
San
wow.
Diego years
Oh,
ago,
wow.
and
Wow.
love to. I can't wait to see you perform in San Diego. The
I
Horrors,
can relate.
pretty much all the bands on your list. I hope you plan on coming back to the West Coast. You know, do you have?
I've got a 3-year visa. It's the first time I've ever had one, and it was for the South by Southwest shows in New York. So
Uh,
I need I need to come before it expires.
sure. So I understand your son is your new manager, and he's a big fan of unboxing. So is that somewhere in the same spot where the unboxing video was shot for your new
Yeah,
album?
yeah. I think it was there.
That was
And
classic.
there's the box there.
There it is. Oh, nice. You're having way too much fun on lockdown, Tim.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
But it's crazy because you're bringing all these people together. Did you ever think when you started to do the listening party, it would turn into something like this?
Well, I knew that people enjoyed it when, like when I did the Charlatans.
Charlatans. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but it was handing the mantle over to other people and them to use the platform to reach out to their Twitter fans and stuff, and it's, no, I mean, I didn't realize how big it would get, but, I envisaged that, there'd be a huge amount of enjoyment. So, what's coming in, it's incredible, really.
Dream bands? What are the bands that maybe I heard
Mm,
was there a rumor you're trying to get Noel and Liam to do one?
well, no, no, I
Wishful
didn't.
thinking. Wishful thinking. Sorry.
No. There was rumors for every Oasis one, that Liam would join in, but
Sure.
I think he was having early nights.
Yeah. Getting
uh,
older.
and starting early and going to bed early. Um, my dreams, well, they're just so ridiculous. Peter Gabriel,
Cool.
but he won't even know that it's happening, I'm sure.
Oh, man. If you don't put it out there, you got to put
Yeah.
it out there into the universe, and
I mean, for me, it was a dream to get Ariel Pink
yeah.
and Julia Holter, because they're two of my favorite artists. So Debbie Harry would be great.
Yeah. I've
Peter
how about oh, man, I was just thinking of some of the people I've had the privilege of interviewing. I mean, you're up there. This is getting up on the top 10 of my list for sure.
Oh man,
I was revisiting some of the interviews I've done, that really bring just great memories. But like the Specials, or
we've got the special.
got to interview the Specials, which is a huge band in my personal life. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, me too. I mean, and I was, I heard their records when I was a little, 11-year-old, 12-year-old,
sure,
something like that. And I've been friends with Terry for a long time, and he's just, always kind of like always gone with the flow and always done other stuff outside of the band. But I mean, what a front man.
yeah, phenomenal. I'm really happy that because I missed him here in the States. I was too young to see them when they came to LA, and
course,
then it was many years. I think 2009 when that was pretty much saw the reunion with everybody but Jerry Dammers,
yeah.
and that was it. That I was fulfilled. So
I think they got the key to Los Angeles, didn't they? Did they get the key to the city? Yes, so great.
That is. That is ridiculous. Like I'm out. You actually live there.
Oh yeah. Well, they wouldn't give me it. So.
Was that your more rambunctious years where you really living the rock and roll lifestyle in Los Angeles?
Well,
Or before even?
I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met some really great people and people that I still think very fondly of. I just kind of, I don't know. I just was spending more and more time back in London, and more time, and I just felt that it was kind of like the end for me to kind of
Sure.
live there. And my my UK muse came back, if you understand what I mean by that.
I got you.
Yeah, so and my dad got sick, and so that was another reason too. So, but it was just a really enjoyable time there. I really miss it when I think when I'm writing songs, I always dream about Los Angeles
Nice.
and California, so
Maybe a little bit of San Diego. We're still in Southern
yeah,
California.
down the freeway, freeway of
Down Mexico way, Well,
yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like you're getting close to Tim's Twitter listening party time here.
Well, I've just been photographing myself for my 10 o'clock one. This is a photograph, but I've got to photograph it on that and then get it into this, and it's very complicated.
Where was that at? It looks like Joshua Tree or the desert.
It was. Yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time in Joshua Tree when you were in the LA area?
Yeah, I mean, I was a big Graham Parsons fan. I mean, I still am. I just haven't played his records for a while, but yeah. So Joshua Tree, it was part of the of me, on my voyage of discovery and finding, staying in the same room that Graham stayed in and things like that.
Yeah. Well, you've managed a great life. You seem to be extremely happy. And your manager's doing a great job keeping you level-headed. I love it. 7 years old, you said?
Yeah, that's
cool.
It. Yeah. He's thinking of yeah. He's got Piglet in the next film, I think.
Does he pop in? Does he contribute to the Tim's Twitter listening parties?
No.
Does he enjoy hearing the records? Does he have input?
Yeah, he sang on. Well, I say he said something on the album, "Framed." So listen out for that on track 3.
Track 3. All right. So the new album is out on Bella Union, May 22nd. I love the new sky. Tim's Twitter listening party.com, and get the new album. Stream it. Listen to it. You'll have a listening party. For it.
Yeah. The week after. Yeah, something like that.
And Peter Gabriel, if you're watching or listening, could you please get in touch with Tim Burgess? That'd be awesome.
All my favorites: Peter Gabriel, Carole King. Yeah.
Well, I love talking to you, man. This was quite the honor, and I can't wait for you to come through San Diego and have the chance to shake your hand in person. But
thanks,
this stuff is crazy, right? I mean, talking to Jason from Sleaford Mods, and I mean, you're here. It's like you're here, and I can see your beautiful smile. And
thanks, man. I hadn't heard of Zoom until 8 weeks ago.
It's ridiculous. It's bringing people together. It brought us together, Tim.
Yeah, it is, man. Thanks so much, Tim.
Cheers, Tim Burgess of the Charlatans. You have a great day, and keep yourself busy. Cheers.
Cheers.
91X.